Okay, fuck it. I guess we're just on the spot. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Variety Wrestling debate series. Where today we have Adam, the weakest link,
Hello.
going up
Shut
against
up.
Terrence, mid-card
I'm
madness,
not part of the competition.
and
I'm an observer.
and Tiffany, the ECW GM. And this should be one epic
Oh,
one.
funny.
It's really fun. But anyway,
Amiga.
so with that said, guys, let's play the American and Canadian national anthem real quick. Oh, Canada. Okay, next one. My home, sweet home. Okay, there you go. So let's go, guys. Introduce yourselves and say why are you gonna win? We'll start
You should never, ever, ever, ever sing ever, 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 ever again.
Well, I don't know how smart you are, but I was. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell the people. You'll tell the people about yourself, Adam.
All right. My name is Adam, and I am the host of I Was Never a Fan of on this channel, where we review Babylon 5 episodes. And also, I have my own channel called Diffman731. And on that channel, you can see me do silly things. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right,
Okay.
Tiffany.
Hi, my name is Tiffany, and I am a hardcore wrestling fan, indie expert.
That's it. Okay. Terrence. Stage man. Okay.
Bueller.
I think he just died.
I had no idea what to say.
Jeremy. What the fuck?
He
Okay.
says that there's a lot of static on his side.
All right. Well, whatever. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. Thanks a lot, Jeremy and Terrence. You fucking fucks.
Okay. Tiffany, do you have anything else to say?
Oh,
There he is.
I'm not even sure.
Introduce yourself. Tell
Oh,
the people
well,
what
we got Stage Man back. Terrence, say something.
Sup? Dana,
Okay.
Here we go.
Dana,
Oh God.
Dana, 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 Dana,
Okay.
Dana,
Okay,
Adam
keep going with
is
that
a
theme song until
jobber.
Jeremy comes back.
Okay. What?
All right. Well, while Jeremy's away, I guess we'll go ahead and start the first round. After it's only the first round.
Yeah, it's only the first round. You might just lose the first point.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. Who are the participants in this debate?
You, Jeremy, Tiffany, and Ed. There's Jeremy.
Okay.
All right, Jeremy, you wanna go ahead and put over yourself real quick? We're live. Jeremy, do you want to put over yourself real quick?
Can you hear us, Jeremy?
Yeah.
My name is Jeremy. I'm a wrestling fan. I like wrestling. I don't even know if he sounds like that.
Yeah. Oh wait, my phone's ringing. Yeah. Oh, it's Vince. Yeah. What is it, Vince? Oh, Jeremy's not supposed to win. Well, why? Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll just move on.
Jeremy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear
All
you.
right.
This is Jeremy.
All right. Anyway, so the first question goes to Tiffany. Pick a wrestler from any promotion that you'd like to see in WWE. And don't
Kenny
forget the debate.
Omega. And
No, pick one
Cowboy
wrestler.
Kingston.
No, one wrestler.
Oh, one? Why was that for
Yes, you
two?
know how to count.
Kenny Omega.
Okay, explain why.
Because the way, like, I feel like Raw is really going downhill if they don't. I'm sorry. Let me start over.
You can do it.
I think that he should come so he can make Raw way better than what it has been. And if they want to get any better, I think they should sign, bigger names and throw them on Raw. So Raw could be stacked and Raw could be like off the charts. But think about it, with Kenny Omega, so AJ Styles, the club, Finn Balor. I mean, Kenny Omega is the only big star to me that could be fit on Raw to make it great
All right.
again.
All right, Adam. Same question. If you want to repeat it, here you go. Pick a wrestler from any promotion you'd like to see in WWE.
Is he trying to pick someone from the mall?
Should I go?
You know, I'm not competing. I just came here to see you lose, Weston. I came here to see you lose. I want to watch Tiffany destroy you. That is why I'm
Alright.
here.
So that
I'm not
basically
even-
says,
I'm so nervous, guys. I'm so sorry.
So don't make me jump over this guardrail. Don't make me jump over this guardrail and DDT you on the apron.
Dude, everyone knows you won't come to Texas because he's fat. But yeah.
All right, Scott Steiner.
so
Anyway,
can I go
Terrence,
now?
go ahead. Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Terrence.
Alright, my choice would be Jay Lethal. The reason why I say him is because he obviously he's well known for his in-ring ability and stuff like that. He can put on a lot of great matches, and he's been in a somewhat of a known company known as TNA, and he's done some cool stuff there. He can be very entertaining on the microphone. You can do a lot of things with the guy. You can have him be serious. You can have him be a comedy character as well. Just the stuff that he did with Ric Flair back in like 2010 and stuff like that. Like if you ever need the guy to actually do a legend segment, he can always be that guy to do a lot of comedy stuff as well. Again, he can put on a lot of great matches as well. The stuff they did in Ring of Honor and all that kind of stuff. Like he does have the tools to be a great superstar in WWE. It's not just he's just a great in-ring competitor, but he can also be a character as well, which is something that WWE is looking for. So yeah, that's my choice on who I believe should go to WWE from any promotion, and that is Jay Lethal.
I
All right.
agree.
Adam?
Good job.
You're not
Mm,
supposed
thank
to
you.
do that, Stephanie, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very
Well,
sorry.
the last thing I
if
want
you
to say,
agree, you should be like, no, his choice is horrible.
the only I just want to point out, Weston, that you talk big, but if you were able to back it up, you would still be
Adam, shut
champ,
the hell
and
up.
Ed wouldn't have your belt.
Adam, shut the hell up. Just sit down.
So that's a lot of talk from a former champ.
I think
All right,
I am a champ.
All right,
That's
just
why I'm the
just
first ever
try to
champion.
stay on topic, Adam. Just try to stay on topic.
Adam, I'm gonna ask you this once, and if you don't get it, you're eliminated. Because you
Yeah.
won't answer the question. What wrestler would you like to see in any promotion be in WWE? Go, Adam. I'm waiting. He's picking someone from the mall. I don't know.
He's picking that Indian guy at the turban store.
Indian, so he must have charisma. Yeah.
Okay, I think Adam is pretty much out of here because his phone just
Hey,
shut
Ed,
off.
Ed, we
Oh.
need a third competitor. So do you want to go ahead and do it? And jump
Oh,
in?
I'm here. I am still on this broadcast. As many times as I have been screwed, I am not leaving. I am still going to be a part of this broadcast.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And
oh my
and
god,
Ed,
oh my
Ed,
god! Oh my god!
not
Oh my god!
you,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
nor
my god! Oh my
Weston,
god!
nor anyone can get rid of me.
All right, we're
Oh my God.
definitely getting rid of this dude.
Oh my god, this is so fucking scripted. Fuck off.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna get there, this dude. We don't need any of that drama over here.
Ed,
is
you
it
want
time
to
for
go
the-
ahead and do it? Ed, this is still a #1 contenders match. So you want to go ahead and jump in? Obviously,
Why-
Jeremy doesn't want to.
He's the
Why would I
champ.
jump in? Why would I jump in to face myself?
No. See, you're gonna see. This is the #1 contenders match. So why not have the champion in? That way, if they beat you, they definitely earn the #1 contendership.
No. Let's let's just
Rebuttal
continue
time?
with this. And by the way, Jeremy is he's not gonna be here, so he's just been I guess eliminated.
Well, fuck.
Alright.
All
Now
right.
it's down to 2.
The winner is Terrence for the first round. So the first one goes to Terrence.
No, wait. You gotta have them rebuttal.
Yeah, the rebuttal
Oh.
part.
Okay, rebuttal. Go ahead. Sorry, I forgot about that. So you have a chance, Tiffany, to get back on top.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Yeah, just say like
Okay.
why Kenny Omega is a better fit in WWE better than Jay Lethal.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, I was just checking on the phone. Anyway, because Kenny Omega is like the mega star outside of WWE, and he would literally, put WWE like literally out of this world as a promotion, while Jay Lethal would probably be at best stuck in the mid card. Kenny Omega could go on to win the Raw Championship many times, as Jay Lethal would probably be at Intercontinental, probably a U.S. title. I mean, he'll be a good fit, but I don't think he'll make it to the top in WWE. Jay Lethal won't.
So you
All
say,
right.
Kenny Omega is a better choice because he's a mega star. Yeah, how original.
Yeah, and
For a last letter, the f-
he's a better wrestler than Kenny Omega is
yeah, he
as
basic
Jay Lethal is as well. So
for those people who don't know, you know, she says that he would be a much better fit in WWE because he's a mega star. Yeah, basically, she just basically took the last four letters of his name. Riveting. All right. So, okay.
I love that
And
too.
replace the O with an A. Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, we get it. But Kenny Omega and Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal can do so much, and a lot of people tend to remember a lot of the stuff that Jay Lethal has done in his career than Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega has just been a hot commodity over the last few months. People still remember the shit that Jay Lethal's done several years ago. In fact, the shit that he did with Ric Flair, whew, legendary. And if you were to bring that sort of charisma into the WWE, imagine the promos he would have against uh, like Chris Jericho. That's a perfect segment with him and Chris Jericho, whether being serious or comedic, or Kevin Owens or the
Why
New
would
Day
you
or
want to
something
have
like
a
that.
comedy though? Why would you want to have comedy?
Why would
I
I not
mean, why
have
would you
comedy?
want Jay Lethal to be comedy? I
Why would he
mean,
just want to have a wrestler?
isn't that a spit in the face from what the stuff that he's been doing? I mean, to bring him as a comedy gimmick, come on now.
I didn't say bring him as a comedy guy. I say you can do much more than just bringing just another wrestler, which is basically that's what Kenny Omega is gonna be. Just gonna be another guy who can do a lot of kicks and flips and not really have a lot of personality. But Jay Lethal does.
Tons of
So
personality.
that's wonderful. Yeah, he points a gun right to your face. That's personality. Wonderful. People still remember about Black Machismo. Legendary. Exactly. So
All right. I think Ed will agree with me. Terrence won that. If Terrence, if Ed does not think Terrence is done, we can talk things over and see what.
Weston, can you fix your mic a little bit? Because it's a little bit choppy.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Can you guys hear me perfectly now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ed, would you like to talk things over and see who won, or are we pretty much in agreement?
I don't know. Like, I would probably go for like it's pretty much an even playing field, but at the same time, I kind of lean towards Tiffany. But dude, you're the judge, so whatever you go for, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiffany,
Yes.
you did an okay job. The parts that I agreed
I'm
with
sorry.
you.
I'm not a debating person. I'm really
Well,
sorry.
the part where I agreed with you is I do think Kenny Omega would be a good wrestler in WWE, but that's all you said. Kind of like, okay.
Because he's
Uh,
a dandy of a wrestler. I mean, it'll be enjoyable and they'll make Raw, ratings go up and they'll help out a lot with our top stars.
I
Like,
understand. But for wrestling,
I want to see him feud with, Shinsuke Nakamura. I want to see him feud with Bobby Roode. I want to see him feud
that's
with
cute.
Majority.
like Weston, I think also the thing was that she brought up some examples that guys like Finn Balor and AJ Styles, who are pretty much the same as Kenny Omega, they had like success in WWE. So him being in the main event, while Terrence pretty much just said everybody remembers the comedy stuff, the comedy stuff, the comedy stuff. He was harping more about the comedy stuff.
Not really.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not even done pointing out the pros and cons of what they said.
Yeah.
And there'll be a
yeah.
spit in the face because bringing him up as a comedy gimmick while he's been kicking ass and taking names in Ring of Honor.
Well, I didn't say he's gonna bring up as a comedy figure. I said that if
Yeah,
you
I
want,
know,
you can do more
I know,
than
but
just
I
being a
don't think
wrestler.
I don't want to see that in WWE anymore.
Oh, that's just preference. That's a matter of preference. I'm just looking at it more of an objective thing.
The one, but the one thing I did agree. Again, I agree with you in terms of he would be a good wrestler to the company, and he does come with the cleaner gimmick already. The one thing I disagree with you on, Tiffany, is again you didn't really point out like how good he would be. You just assumed he would be a top star, which is it was an all right. You didn't do too bad for your first debate. Terrence,
I'm very
you did counter Tiffany's points pretty good. I would agree that you did kind of tell everyone that Jay Lethal is mainly just a comedy character in mainstream wrestling, or at least close to it. Also, I do agree with you that Jay Lethal could probably be more flexible than Kenny Omega. And also, Tiffany, you agreeing with Terrence just kind of basically ruined it. So I have to go with Terrence.
First point goes to Terrence.
I didn't mean to agree with him. I didn't know. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. It's just a rookie mistake. Don't do it again.
Trust me, I agreed with Weston one time.
It's a good choice. I mean, I'll say Jay Lethal.
Hey, at least he made a better argument than friggin' what's his name, that jobber.
Adam?
What's his name? Whatever his name, Team Diff. What's that? Oh my god. See, crickets.
Yeah, don't worry, Tiffany. Terrence did the same mistake one time. Like, when we did the thing about the movie, he was like, "Oh, I would love to see that." Then it's like, "Oh boy, you did fuck yourself."
Yeah. And it was the final point.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question.
All right, repackage a current star in WWE and tell me why he would fit in that role that you put him in. We'll go with Terrence to start us off.
A current superstar that I have to repackage, right?
Yeah, and convince me why he would work in that role that you gave him.
This is a tough one. I'd go with Dean Ambrose, per se, and the way I would just repackage him is more or less just take what he's supposed to be and just amplify him and just make it better. Meaning, what I mean by that is you gotta have him make him more of a lunatic character, make him more mankind slash a Brian Pillman kind of gimmick where he's crazy and all that kind of stuff. Because I think the problem with Ambrose is that they claim to him to be a lunatic fringe, but he doesn't do anything crazy. So that's the way that I would actually repackage him. I think one thing you can do with the characters, have him go heel. Because a babyface character with Dean Ambrose trying to be like a lunatic, but yeah, he's trying to be a comedic character, doesn't really suit him. have him cut those crazy promos that you would see like in CZW or stuff like that, or even like those dark promos you'd see him in the Shield. Um, so yeah, that's my answer to that.
All right, Tiffany.
Okay, I say James Ellsworth.
Elaborate.
Yeah. Because I seen him in the Indies go, and I think they should revert. This isn't really more of a repackage. It's kind of more of a revert back because he deserves his own give it back, and he deserves to show the WWE fans that he actually knows how to wrestle. Because I don't like him being treated like a joke. And yeah, of course, send him back to NXT because there's always room for improvement. And like take his Jimmy Dream gimmick, and boost that more. And I think he could be paired with somebody like the Miz. I think that would work really well, or Dub Ziggler. And he could also be in a cruiserweight because he is former cruiserweight champion in the Indies. And I think that would be like amazing because he's a pretty good little wrestler, and nobody knows him because he was in the lower totem pole wrestling companies. And I think it would just be perfect if he reverted back to Jimmy Dream and was paired with the Miz and be top heels.
All right, so rebuttal time.
If you've never seen Jimmy Dream, go look him up on YouTube.
That's cute. All right, rebuttal time. Anyone? You can start it off. No one's got a rebuttal?
Sorry, my bad. I had to go I had to do something. So what we're rebuttaling now?
Yeah.
So I'm drawing a blank here. So you want to repackage James Ellsworth?
Yes.
Oh dear God.
Why you never seen him?
You want to repackage James So your idea of having James Ellsworth being repackaged, and you want everybody to take him seriously. Is that what you want to get going for? All right.
Yes.
So your way of repackaging James Ellsworth, it's basically like trying to make Santino into a serious character.
No, because he wasn't a Santino back in the indie days, and a lot of people don't know that. Oh, and by the way, Santino Marella isn't that really of a bad wrestler either. He's actually a pretty good wrestler. Santino is. So you can't really compare.
What I mean by is that
really
what I mean by that is like people already know who James Ellsworth is just by being essentially a jobber, and he actually made a shitload of money based off of that. So I'm not, at least it kind of worked out for him. He did get somewhat of a push with that sort of character that he's doing. That lovable jobber or whatever the hell it is. He was actually getting chants and stuff like that. But the reason why I'd say go with Dean Ambrose is that WWE has fallen off the whole lunatic thing, and they didn't really make him more of a lunatic. So my way of doing it is just, make him more crazy, have him just cut more scathing promos.
Well, how would you do that? Well, how would you do that in the PG era though? Because he's more of a person that, if he was around in the Attitude Era, he would have fit right in. But
you don't have to. You don't have to like start swearing and stuff like that to be a lunatic. Like R-Truth was a lunatic back in 2011, and that was during the PG era as well. Bray Wyatt is somewhat of a lunatic as well, if you really think about it. There's a couple of lunatic characters out there that were in the PG era. It could work. It is like the PG thing is not really an issue here. It's just the way you would have to book the character. You don't have to start killing people and all that kind of stuff to be known as a lunatic. So,
all right. Final rebuttal. If not, we will go ahead and go to judgment.
No, I don't have any rebuttal. So
All right. So first off, uh, Terrence, you didn't really repackage Dean Ambrose.
yeah,
Uh,
basically.
yeah. Uh, the way you said you wanted to book him, sure, I would be a fan of. But the question was, how would you rebook a certain star? Like I said, you didn't really repackage him. You pretty much just said have his character be on steroids. But that doesn't mean you're a flat out to move this around because I do feel like Dean Ambrose character was amped up and taken seriously that he could be a good wrestler. But again, those are the pros and cons of what you said. Now we go to Tiffany.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Tiffany, you didn't really completely repackage James Ellsworth either, but the part where I think you got me and sold me is when you basically went more deep into like a new character. So basically, you didn't repackage him by repackaging him. Anyway, it's weird. So so you basically went and basically told me exactly how you would book him and everything, where he would go back to Jimmy Dream and you know. Another part that really sold me is that you said you would team him with The Miz, and The Miz is obviously a master when it comes to getting wrestlers over. So I do think there's some good comedic stuff with Jimmy Dream and The Miz. And but like I said, the one flaw is that you didn't really repackage him. But in other words, both of you did like garbage. But the one person that sold me on their repackaging the most, and you're about to do something that Adam never did, and that's Tiffany. I'm giving the point to you.
Thank
Sweet.
you. Oh
Sweet.
my gosh, I won. Cool.
At least you're one more point higher than Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, that's, hey,
Okay.
good.
Do we agree on that, Ed?
I kind of agree, and it's like it's very much an even playing field. So I would have gone either way. Like, so yeah.
All right. The third question, and we're tied 1-1, is what wrestler would fit the best in any era of professional wrestling? So we'll
That's
go
me.
with Tiffany.
I'm gonna go with his choice, Dean Ambrose, the repackaging Dean Ambrose, because he would have
Wait,
been
what?
damn good in that. Dean Ambrose is my choice. I think he would have done damn good in the Attitude Era, especially when matches like against Mankind and Kane and like the Undertaker, and Stone Cold, and it would just been amazing. Especially back in a hardcore era, whatever they had, like he could have really took the hardcore division by storm. Dean Ambrose could have.
All right. Terrence, batter up.
And one more
Okay.
thing about that, Dean Ambrose and Terry Funk is actually one of my dream matches. So I would just love it would be just like the perfect.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, Terrence.
My
Batter up.
my choice would be Bray Wyatt. I think the reason why I went with Bray Wyatt is that I feel like he can fit in any era. Like if you think of the '80s, for example, just by his character alone, with this whole cult leader kind of thing and the way he cuts his promos, imagine the feuds that he could have with guys like Jake the Snake Roberts. That would be really cool. And like back in the '80s, he can be a top villain in that era, facing off against like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, and that could be really over. Um, he can also be over in the '90s as well, or even the Attitude Era. Uh, Cult leader gimmicks can actually work in that sort of era. Like for example, like the Undertaker, that Ministry of Darkness kind of thing. Um, you know that sort of thing. Um, Even in the 2000s, like right now, the gimmick kind of works over there as well. Um, like again, his entrance alone the fireflies and all that kind of stuff would actually work in like in back then as well, especially how they don't have the technology and stuff like that in the staging and all the production back then. And just imagine like what like WrestleMania 3, for example, and the lights turn off and you had Bray Wyatt's entrance and you had like 93,000 people doing you know um fireflies with like candles or something like that. That would be pretty cool. So yeah.
All right, rebuttal time. If anyone's got any rebuttals, you can go ahead and go.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, can you
Got
rebuttal why Ambrose is better than Bray Wyatt in any era?
Actually, no. But they're both great in any era. He was on point.
You gotta fight back. You gotta say why like Ambrose is better than Bray.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, besides The Undertaker, how else would he be able to fit in the Attitude Era like back in the 90s? That's where I
That's
want.
it.
Besides, like he said, only the Ministry of Darkness. Is there like anything else that you think Bray Wyatt could have done back in the 90s besides like being the Ministry of Darkness? Like, suppose they like after they split, where would have Bray Wyatt have gone from there?
Okay. Terrence? Terrence, you got it. Man, you guys are horrible entertainers, but yeah.
Yeah.
You got a rebuttal?
Nah, I got no rebuttal here.
Okay.
Wow. This is the greatest round ever.
I know.
All right, Terrence. I did like how you went more in depth with Bray Wyatt. You explained why he would fit in the Golden Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, Attitude Era, and of course the PG Era. And I did agree with most of what you said. There really wasn't much. I couldn't see like what you were trying to explain. The only era that worries me for Bray Wyatt is probably the Ruthless Aggression Era because I just don't feel like that was his time. But pretty much every other era I can pretty much see. And Tiffany said that Bray Wyatt wouldn't really fit besides Minister of Darkness in the Attitude Era, which I immediately thought, what about a Gangrel versus Bray Wyatt feud or the Brood versus the Wyatt family? But that's just me. But Tiffany,
Yes.
I see what you were talking about with Dean Ambrose in the Attitude Era. I think everyone can see that a more amped up Dean Ambrose could probably fit in the Attitude Era. Dean Ambrose could probably even fit in the Ruthless Aggression Era. And one era that you didn't explain, which kind of,
I haven't
is
seen
bad,
much before.
is the Golden Era.
Because I
you
haven't
didn't
really,
explain.
because I haven't really seen much. Like I've only seen like the bigger pay-per-views.
Well, that's fine,
And,
but you
like-
still understand what the Golden Era was about, right?
Yeah, I've only
Alright.
seen bits and pieces here and there, not it of its entirety, but I'm working on it.
All right, you could have explained though, since you know a little bit about it, which you didn't really go into, which kind of sold the point to Terrence. Terrence gets another point, 2-1.
Yeah, I really like the thing about Terrence where he said like in WrestleMania 3 they would have like the candles all around.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have smartphones back in 1987.
Yeah, I know, but I really like that idea of like the candles or even lighters, Tiffany could have said more about Ambrose. Like she could have said he would have worked really well in the Ruthless Aggression era, and
Well, that's what I was kind of heading into. He could have. He really could have. I would have loved him in the Ruthless Aggression era. He could have had so many awesome feuds. For real, he really could. He fit well, and he'd fit right in.
Right.
So,
All right.
Terrence
So
has the lead 2-1. And Tiffany, you should be proud of yourself. Like I said, at least you got a point. I was
Yeah.
waiting on me to get a point. Yeah.
I'm not.
um, I
Yeah.
skipped over. Oh,
Yeah.
what was the best era in wrestling and why?
So who's going first?
We'll go with Tiffany.
The Attitude Era by far.
Okay, can you explain why?
Because I really loved how they were more hardcore in their matches. You know, the blood and stuff like that. Besides, I just love how they really had the Hell in a Cell matches back then. And hang on, guys, my little boy is crying.
He's crying because it's debate.
I'm really not sure why he's crying. Hang on 1 second.
All right, Terrence, go ahead.
Yeah, the Hogan era. So I guess the Hogan era would be like mid '80s to like the early '90s. Reason why I go with that is because without that era, there wouldn't be any other era. In that era, you had arguably the biggest star in wrestling history with Hulk Hogan, and that era it was basically a foundation of what many eras to come, with a lot of great characters of Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake, all these cool larger than life characters. And let's just be real about the Attitude Era. Even though the Attitude Era had a lot of risque stuff, they only did that just so they can beat the Monday Night Wars and all that kind of crap. At least with the Hogan era, you had a lot of cool characters, a lot of cool matches. Everybody stood out. It was just a great era, in my opinion. And plus, it basically was a more or less a huge foundation of what made wrestling mainstream at the time.
I'm coming.
So yeah.
All right, you got any rebuttal, Tiffany? Or Terrence?
Well, everybody argues that crap. Hang on, just you know what? I'm gonna have to cut you guys short. I'm sorry. My little boy is still going on. Are you there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second again. He wants milk.
All right. We'll take, I guess, a break for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about some other things until she gets back.
The weather sucks in Canada.
I guess I can go to my judging thing and see who gets the point and all that.
Well, it still can be anybody's game.
I thought I slammed. I thought he like hurt himself or something like that. Apparently not, and he was crying and still crying, and I still can't figure out what. Now he's content. I just gave him his milk. He's like in here in bloody tears, and it took my focus off. I'm sorry.
Man, this must be how Smarks felt like when they first saw John Cena versus Randy Orton for like the 300th time.
Pretty much.
Wait, what?
But yeah, I'll go into my judging and tell you who gets the point. Tiffany, you did it. You basically said the Attitude Era was the greatest because it was a time when I enjoyed wrestling the most.
Well, I'm sorry.
ahead.
Debating's not really my thing. I've never really had a debate
Well,
before.
if you wanna add anything else to it, I'll let you have the floor for a few minutes.
Yeah, he could take it
Uh,
as default. Because I really can't think right now. My little boy just
Terrence.
threw me off
Mhm.
about everything I was going
Yeah.
to say.
That's our
I'm
Tiffany
very,
part.
very sorry about this, guys.
That's fine. I understand. Like I
Yeah.
said, at least
He
you know your
can, he
best.
can win by default because I had something I was going to say, and then my little boy started his chaos. And he's only 3.5, so. But
I understand.
Pretty understandable.
hopefully my debate will be better next time. And my little boy is usually not this bad. He really
Yeah.
ain't.
Well,
Nice.
if you want to take a minute to kind of think of what you want to say, that's okay.
Yeah, I'll just tell Terrence to go first on the next one. How about that? Do you have time to think? I will say though, Terrence, you obviously sold me better. Not only did you put over the golden era, pretty good, but you also kind of buried the attitude era in a weird way. So I gotta go with Terrence on this one. So it's like 3.
I
2
think the
1.
attitude was better because the gimmick matches. I mean, I don't recall ever seeing that many gimmick matches in a golden era. I really don't. Of what
Wasn't
I've
this still
seen.
cage match invented in
I may
the
be wrong. I mean, there was still cage matches, but I really loved the gimmick matches, like whenever they brought the Hell in a Cell matches. Those were way more fun to watch, other than Jake the Snake Roberts. I mean, I love Jake the Snake Roberts more than the next person, but it just made wrestling that much more fun whenever they brought the weapons in and
Like
everything.
Tiff, like that you could I think you could have won this, but like you didn't bring up any other things besides like gimmick matches.
I think
Like
because
like
it was golden era. I mean, they were really good. They had some really good matches from what I've seen. I haven't seen that much of the golden era myself, but I think the Attitude Era really made wrestling that much more fun to watch when they
right,
brought the gimmick
like
matches and stuff like that in, because they didn't experiment much in the Golden Era. They really didn't. It seems like
Because
could've-
it was
you could have brought up the fact that there were much more main eventers in the Attitude Era, while the Golden Era was just basically Hulk Hogan on top.
yeah,
you
yeah,
could have brought
there
up
were
that.
much more main eventers in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, but yeah. So we'll get right to the next question now. Weston, go ahead.
so it's 3-1.
All right, guys. The next question is, who will be Superstar of the Year in 2017? So this year, who do you think could be Superstar of the Year this year?
Who
Go
do you
ahead,
think's
Terrence.
be
Terrence,
Superstar of the Year?
Yeah.
It's March. No, I'm just kidding. Who do I believe will be Superstar of the Year? Let's see here. I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe. The reason why I go with Samoa Joe is because the way he's been brought up to the main roster so far as a somewhat of a dominant threat to the Raw main event scene, and I feel like the way they're heading with his character and making him more of a destroyer into the main event picture, and obviously he's very capable in putting on a lot of great matches in the ring. Such as he can put on great matches with guys like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn and stuff like that. His promos are really good, and I feel like if they were to give him a lot more mic time as time goes on from now to the rest of the year, that could be really good too. Again, if they were to just make him more consistent as a if they continue having him be this destroyer you know, being a part of the main event picture with Triple H and the whole what potential may be a stable for with the Triple H stable thing or whatever. I think that would basically somewhat make him a superstar of the year, I suppose. So just having him be a destroyer, kicking people's ass, cutting great promos, and that's basically it.
All right,
Wow.
Tiffany, you're up.
My pick was also Samoa Joe, so we can't battle. It was either a cross between Samoa Joe and Finn Balor, but I could see most definitely Samoa Joe, so that was my pick. Samoa Joe, it really was.
I don't even have to do the whole thing then. Terrence, you won. Congratulations.
Yeah, I agree. Samoa Joe, most definitely. If not Finn Balor with the club, if they get back together, they could probably take the roster by storm. A-top heels and
Adam.
Samoa Joe.
Hey,
Adam?
you want to face me? You want to face me in a speed round?
Hey, why not just face the champ right now?
Do you want to, Weston? Would you rather give him another question since they pretty much have the same answer?
Okay, I tell you what. Fine, we'll just pretend that. But the rest of the questions I have are for the speed round.
Well, let's just do the speed round then.
All right, let's go for the speed round right away.
All right, Tiffany. I'll tell you what. You have a chance to tie Terrence in the speed round.
Right now it's at 4-1.
Yeah. She'll have to do a clean sweep, but she could get this. She could. So anyway, here's the speed round for you. Who's the better overall performer? And you have to choose. By the way, Tiffany, the thing about the speed round is, you have to name a wrestler that I knew. I mean, before Terrence. Okay, basically, for example, I'm gonna say who was more sexually as a wrestler, Chris Masters of Val Venus, and you have to immediately give me the name you want before Terrence takes it away.
Name the guys again. I'm sorry, I didn't really hear you. The first one, I heard Val Venus. I didn't hear the one before.
All women hear about Venus first, but yeah. So you have to. Okay, like for example, the speed round's like this. All right. I'm gonna be like, okay, who's the most sexiest wrestler of all time? And I'm gonna be like Chris Masters and Val Venus, and then you're gonna have to immediately tell me what wrestler you want to defend. And then if you get that wrestler first before Terrence does, then he has to defend the wrestler you didn't choose. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So here we go, the speed round. Better overall performer, Jeff Hardy or Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio, fuck yeah, come on.
Oh my
Jeff
God,
Hardy,
you
come on.
simultaneously said that.
Fuck off, Jeff Hardy, man. That friggin' stunt double head ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so Tiffany, you got Jeff Hardy, you have to defend him and tell him why he's a better overall performer than Rey. And Terrence, you deferred me, so you know what.
But now we're stuck now because I simultaneously said Rey Mysterio at the same time he was saying Rey Mysterio.
Okay, fine. We'll
Yeah,
do it
just
over again.
Forget about
We'll do it over again. Okay, on the count of 3, tell me which wrestler you want. Jeff Hardy or Rey Mysterio, okay?
Rey Mysterio.
Shut up. I didn't even count to 3 yet. Anyway, here we go. Ready?
Just forget about the question, then just skip to the next one. If both of us are gonna have the same answer, then just go to the next
Rey
one.
Mysterio
Shut
is
the fuck
better
up, dude. I'm
than
the
Jeff
judge, okay?
Hardy.
What do you mean? I did this the last debate.
It's not so easy to
I
be
mean,
the judge,
I
huh,
can't
Weston?
pretend that if-
I like being
what's
the judge. You feel like your dick's bigger than everyone's, but yeah.
Yeah, that's not what the ladies think.
Here we go. So on the count of when I say 1, tell me which wrestler you want to debate for, Jeff or Rey Mysterio. 3,
Rey Mysterio. Rey
Only
Mysterio.
2. Do you know how to count? Do they teach how to count at Redneck College?
Yeah, but
Dude, you're from Texas, so you're not that far.
Good point, but still, I don't know how to count. Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Rey Mysterio.
There.
Okay, he's got Ray. You got Jeff. Tiffany, deal with it. All right,
But I can't. But I can't really say anything.
just try.
What's that?
You gotta try.
Yeah, just like Weston, how he tried defending Vader. He had great matches with people.
Yeah, that was funny. So,
I go first.
yeah, why is Ray a better overall performer? Remember, overall, not just in ring.
Yeah. Well, obviously in ring. Well, obviously, you know, if we're going overall performer, we're talking about character, presence, mic skills, and in-ring ability, and him being a draw. Rey Mysterio is a draw just based on, you know, as an international draw. He is when he was in the WWE, he made a shitload of money in terms of merch. He is a he's like a superhero to the kids and all that kind of stuff. So he's already a draw based on the character. He has a lot of great matches. His in-ring ability is top notch. He's had a lot of great classic matches with Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, so on and so forth. On the mic, you know, he's not really known for his mic skills, but even on the mic, he's tolerable. Overall presence, the mask, he kind of looks like friggin' Spider-Man. I'm just saying, that's a character right there. The way he present himself, that's more or less a character, along with, you know, somewhat tolerable mic skills, his phenomenal matches, and him just being a draw as a with the kids and the mask and as a merch sale, as an international star. He's one of the biggest international stars in Mexico and all over the world. So yeah.
Okay. Tiffany, when you come back.
Well, Jeff Hardy, he had a lot of those fun ladder matches and was more of a risk taker than Rey Mysterio. And that's one thing I think is better than Ray. But as I said, I agree with him. We had the same answer.
You shouldn't give up. Like, haven't you ever heard of John Cena's slogan, never give up?
I know.
Well,
at least pretend like you would disagree with it. Pretend like he said your mama's a whore, and you're like, bitch. You know, and start spitting him like that. My mama not because X, Y, Z.
Like Weston defended Vader over Kevin Nash, and he didn't even agree.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not sure what to say because I agree 100 with him. So.
God
All right.
damn it! All right, well, turn. You win by
I'm
default.
sorry to throw you guys off again.
No, it's a good thing you're a beautiful girl because goddamn.
What? What happened? What?
Yeah. So I guess Terrence wins the final point, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
basically,
you guys, you won.
even if she were to get the rest of the points right, she wouldn't even come close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least you got a point. It took you your first day to get a point. Adam still searching for his first point. Hashtag a month in waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess Terrence is now the #1 contender.
Yeah.
Well,
But Tiff, you still put up a good fight, you know. And hey, even with the baby, you still got a point over Adam, who is a baby.
yeah.
Sorry, I came back. So what happened?
Yeah, you won.
Okay.
You can start gloating right now if you want.
No, I'm not gonna gloat. I'm only gonna gloat when Adam's
but what
here.
does he mean by I'm lucky I'm a beautiful girl?
Well,
What does this mean?
he means that it's easy to cut you some slack because of that. Because Weston doesn't get to go out with a lot of beautiful women. So
He have never seen a woman other than his mother or sister.
yeah.
Yeah, you know us wrestling fans. Anytime we smell pussy, we act different in a lot of ways.
Mm,
Yeah, us. Yeah, pretty much. But so okay, this was a great show. This was definitely a great debate. You know, and even Tiffany being a newcomer, she still put up a good fight.
mhm.
Hashtag.
I feel like I did horrible. Huh?
You did
Oh,
good. Like I said, you did better than Adam.
Whatever.
I'm not like, hey, yeah, this is your first debate. You did well. You did better than Adam. Adam been in like 700 debates and still hasn't got a point.
Not to mention the house shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I had fun anyway. It's okay to lose. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it this time.
Am I sensing a Ric
Play.
Flair and Shawn Michaels moment from like what was it, WrestleMania 24?
Yeah, WrestleMania 24.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I hopefully no one retires. So because I really would love to have you guys again on the show again.
Really? Well,
Definitely.
okay. Well,
Okay, Weston, play us out.
I don't know what the fuck to play.
Oh, jeez. Just LB,
Oh,
LB,
shit.
the greatest man that ever lived. Okay,
Holy
he's not talking.
shit, the king is here.
Oh, he just inserted a coin and new challenger just entered the
Wait,
arena.
what? What? What is he cashing in his money in the bank? No, 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 no. I'm not gonna get screwed. No, screw this. End the show right now. Fade to black. Come on, fade to black. God damn
All
it.
right. I hope, dude, LB, you gotta say something because we want to have you on like the next show.
No. Here goes LB to cash your money in the bank. You ready, Terry?
All right, LB. I'm just gonna super kick you. Boom. Now end the show right there, man. Shit.
Tacos, yes, no.
Taco, taco, taco. That way. Now get out of here. It's my moment.
Don't make me hit you with the taco clothesline, yes.
Hey, Pablo over here.
Ah,
This is my moment. Now, Ed, end the show.
Taco clothesline.
Weston, please end this right now.
Dude, you're the host of the Hangout.
You're the host of the show.
Okay, we're done, people. You're done.
Finally.